Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be talking about the best unique horror games. Yep, this is a new idea that I've recently thought about, and I'm gonna be showcasing you horror games that are like unique in their own way. Like, not particularly revolutionized the horror industry, but made something that's very unique and special, that's been made like once, if you know what I mean. Like, maybe there will be copies, but still, those were like the original games that did that. So yeah, hopefully you will enjoy this video. Grab some popcorn. Right now, let's begin with the video. Okay, so the first game that I'm gonna mention is Doki Doki. Bro, I'm not even kidding, I can't pronounce the word. So yeah, you know Doki Doki, the game. Like, a lot of people know it's been popular. It's a popular indie game, so yeah, a lot of YouTubers have played it. So in Doki Doki, the whole point of the game is that everything looks happy and like positive, like as you can see. And you probably think it's a dating game, but that's further from the truth. Actually, the game is a horror game. No way, bro, the title of the video, okay. But still, like, you can't tell that it's a horror game, but the more you play it, the more you can tell. Like, as time goes by, the characters, the girls in the school get weirder and weirder, and in the end, like, really strange things happen. Like, I can't spoil them, I don't want to spoil them for you, so you should definitely check out the game. But the whole premise of the game is that you start from like something that's positive to something that's dark, like very dark. Yeah, like, it's such a cool concept, and that's why it got so popular when it released, I think in 2017, yeah. And yeah, it was a huge success, and there's even DLC for the game. So yeah, very fun, free visual novel, so you should definitely check it out and download the game. The story changes with how you play. Like, if you choose to like one character, the story's gonna change for that character and stuff like that. And like, not to spoil anything, but someone might die. I'm not gonna say a lot of things, but yeah. Very fun game, you should definitely check it out. Okay, after that we have I'm Scared, which is a very old indie horror game. You've probably seen it, like maybe PewDiePie played it, Markiplier. Yeah, like they used to play it back in the day. It's a horror pixel art game, like one of the first person 3D kind of pixel art games. But that's not the whole concept of the game. That's not why it's unique. The thing that makes it unique is that it released, I think, in 2012. Well, it released in 2016 on Steam, but the initial release was in 2012. And the whole point of the game is to make you scared by controlling things on your computer. And I don't mean in a way that gives you viruses, but like the folder where it's downloaded, they'll create other folders and add names to them, and you'll have to change the folders so you can progress through the game, and it'll scare you through your computer. Like, there aren't that many jump scares. The whole concept that the game is controlling your computer. And yeah, it's a really spooky and scary game. It's a really good concept for a game. The art style's pretty nice. It's like $4. It's pretty cheap. You should definitely check it out. And yeah, just a short fun horror game, which is very unique. After that we have lidar.exe. The whole point of lidar, I don't know how to say it, is to have a horror game in which the player has to scan to see things. Like this, when I first saw it, I was mind blown. Like, this is such a cool concept. Like, it's very pixel based. Like, it's almost everything is pixels, and you scan with a laser thing, I guess, and it scans from up to down, and you see the things when it gets scanned. So the enemy, you don't know where it is until you scan something, and you can get jump scared very easily. But also exploration is very fun with scanning. So yeah, a really fun game. I think it's also on mobile, which is very nice. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that it's free, so you should definitely check it out. Very unique and fun horror game. Like, the art style might not be the greatest, but that's the whole point of it. That's what makes it scary. So yeah, definitely a must try. After that we have a very more popular game compared to the others, Amnesia. Like, you've probably heard of Amnesia from PewDiePie, Markiplier, as I said. And yeah, I don't even have to speak. Like, it's one of the best horror games, one of the most popular horror games, and for a reason. It was very fun and very unique at the time. Like at the time, most of the horror games were just jump scares, PNG with loud sounds. But Amnesia made very awesome AI, first of all. Second of all, it had very awesome interaction with objects in the world, like you could pick up stuff, rotate them. It was very fun and kind of revolutionary for the genre. But the thing that made it the most revolutionary was, in my opinion, the system which makes you like need to see light. Like the whole point of the game, Amnesia, you forget stuff pops up. And yeah, it's a very fun and unique gameplay from that perspective. Plus you will always need to use a torch, I think, a lantern, yeah, a lantern. And you'll have to find fuel for the lantern, don't have to waste it all the time. It's very survival based, and still to this day there are new Amnesia games coming out, which the last one was The Bunker, which is a very fun game. I played it, and a very scary game, to be honest. So yeah, the whole point with the survival mechanic with the light was very fun. Yeah, you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. After that, we have also a pretty popular game, PS4 exclusive, to be exact. You probably heard of it. It's PT, Silent Hill. And yeah, since the day it released, it was a success. Like everyone played it, all of the YouTubers, everyone was playing it. Plus it was a free demo, so everyone could play it. And yeah, it was a short but very effective horror game. In my opinion, very, like Hideo Kojima, genius in my opinion, like one of the better game developers, game designers. So yeah, the whole point of PT was that you walk through a hallway like in circles the whole time, and every time something new happens. Like it's not just the same, it's not stale, but you still walk through the same hallway. You know the place, but every time there's something new. And probably one of the most unique jump scares, in my opinion, one of the scariest things you can make in a horror game, was the part where the ghost of the lady that's chasing you in the game, that's haunting you, is in the upper part of the house. But when you go to the light thing, I don't know how to call it, near the fridge, I think, you hear a sound from something from up, and you look around, and when you look up, like there's a lady staring at you from like the upper part of the house, just straight up staring you, and there's nothing there. She's not shouting, screaming. The pure horror from that I experienced, like it was probably one of the scariest things that I've experienced in a horror game. And then she even walks off, like makes it 10 times scarier. You don't know where she is. Still to this day, probably one of the best jump scares in the game, in my opinion. So yeah, that's PT Silent Hill. You cannot check it out actually, so yeah, you should probably watch a YouTube video to experience the game. After that, we have one of the more recent indie games, which were also popular, probably thanks to Pyrocynical and his video about the game. Iron Lung. Iron Lung is pretty scary game if you're afraid of the ocean, in my opinion, and plus if you're claustrophobic, because there's not a lot of games where they put you in a small place and you can only stay there. The whole point of the game is that you can scan through your screen, but you can't move anywhere, like you're stuck in a submarine essentially. And every time you need to scan stuff, and you can hear sounds, something like that. I've not really played the game much, but the whole premise of the game is very scary and very unique in itself. Like there's not a lot of games like Iron Lung, and if you're claustrophobic, this will probably be very scary. And also if you hate oceans like me, I despise, like I still go to oceans, but I'm pretty scared, not gonna lie. So yeah, definitely a must try if you love ocean horror and if you love seas, stuff like that. And the last game for today is Darkwood, probably one of the most unique indie horror games ever released. I'm pretty sure that there's no jump scares in the game at all. Like there's no scripted jump scares, at least. The whole premise of the game is that it's top down, and plus it was released in 2017, I think. And there's minimal light and minimal sound, so the atmosphere of the game is very scary, and I definitely recommend the game if you want to experience a unique view of a horror game. So yeah, definitely a must try if you want to play a new type of horror game. So yeah, that was pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, you can subscribe because it helps me a lot. Also share the video. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.